But I'm super humbled to be here, and thank you guys so much for spending your time to be here. I'm going to speak about positive content. Now, my first interactive questions or interactive message will be, we are about 30 million Ghanaians. 30 million. And so I ask myself all the time that, do you think that among all these numbers, people or everyone would love to consume negativity online? Do you think that everybody wakes up and think that, oh, I love the gossip stuff, I love the trendy stuff? We are 30 million. Are you telling me that all of us in Ghana here love those contents? Obviously not, no. I understand the accession of Ghanaians who love those contents. But what are we also doing for the people who don't like the trendy stuff and don't like negativity, and today this person has done that, today this person is in the news? The fact that we can actually discuss some people or some news which for me, quote unquote, are irrelevant in our media space for like a month. So what are we doing? Because I believe that we are in a world of audiovisual, so the things that we see, the things that we hear, help shape the mindset. When we were all growing up, we all can testify. I mean, the fact that we had a lot of beautiful content on our television. Those days, I mean, there wasn't the introduction of Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and all these applications. It was just TV. And we all followed how GTV was constantly churning out content that will help all cycles of life. Children, adults, our mothers, our parents. And so Kukuana's story, By the Fireside, and Cantata, and all those beautiful content. When we sit here and reflect and see the content that are on TV now, do we feel proud of ourselves? Because we had few televisions back then, and they were giving us solid content. So today, if you have a lot of TV stations and radio stations, what went wrong? That when you tune into television station, if it is not fetish, please, there are people giving fake lotto numbers, people who are showing contents that are disturbing the mindset of the people. Radio or media is a very powerful instrument in building the mindset of the people. But it looks as if the leaders or everybody here is not paying attention to how the media can shape our mindset. Now the introduction of social media. When social media came, I can say for a fact that even though there are a lot of countries that the youth are messing up on social media, in Africa it has become a big problem. Because in the algorithm, when you go to China, the TikTokers, those who are messing up, they make sure that they mute them. They don't get verified, they don't get the engagement because they feel that they can disturb society. But in Africa, those messing up, those fooling, are getting verified, they're getting the numbers. And so if you are somebody who don't like such content, because they are verified and because they're getting engagement, you'll be pushed to follow that narrative. So I ask myself, when are we also as Africans going to empower the people who are building applications to sell our culture? I mean, the French ambassador came here talking about the fact that she's pushing French and bridging the gap. What are we as Africans also using social media for? The positivity, there's always been in the news, I hear all the time, negative source, negative source, negative source, negative source. That has always been the conversation. Negative source, how much is that? So positive don't sell? When I started blogging, I had people telling me that if you don't post the twerking videos, if you don't talk about the beef in the industry, if you don't talk about this person insulting this person, you will not get the numbers. You will not get the followership. But within me, I felt that that wasn't my path. A lot of people are doing or are posting, our bloggers, they are posting certain things that they themselves, they don't feel comfortable of. Sometimes Facebook will remind us that you posted this in 2016. And you go like, wow, so I posted this in 2016? Because there's been a mind shift. You feel bad for posting that content. So we have to be careful and have the mindset that positive also sells. Now, when you hear the name Kobby Kyei, it might sound that I've been around for a very long time. November will be just my 5 years in blogging. Just 5 years. And the things that I've used positivity to do will blow your mind. When I came into blogging, I told myself that the focus is more on the trendy stuff. What can I do to be different from my colleagues? I have to make sure that I go in for the story, I go in for the news. I don't wait for the. I don't have to wait to see two people beefing before I can get content. So it means that if people are not messing up, I won't get anything to feed my followers. You have to go for the content. That is why I introduced the Go There with Kobby Kyei, where I move to the villages to discover people who are fiscally challenged, to share wheelchairs to them, to tell the story. I've pinned something on my Twitter. Last year, I went to a village in the Volta region. Children were just drinking. Like a river, the water was very dirty, and they were just drinking. Their source of water, drinking, cooking. I got there, and I told myself that I have a platform. My social media is a community. I'm the leader. What can I use these people as my community, that's my numbers, to change the mindset and bring change in society? I posted it, and by God's grace, today, they are drinking clean water. And that's the impact we are talking about. I don't care whether I get 2 followers. It is good to get the numbers. The important thing is making sure that what you are giving to your followers is impacting them positively. Anytime I pick my phone in the morning, I don't rush posting content. I don't rush at all, because I feel that if I don't have anything sensible, quote unquote, or something tangible or impactful to post, I don't post at all. So sometimes I can go the whole day without posting anything. It is self-discipline. I want each and everyone here to have it at the back of their mind that positivity sells. Just today, I met the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Something that I never dreamt of. I was there when they called me that he wants to meet me. I went to have a conversation with him, and when I entered the room, I spent not more than 10 minutes, because it was a brief introduction. So I want to say a big thank you to Dr. Gideon. So Dr. Gideon is his spokesperson. So he said, Kobby, come. I wanted to meet the Vice President. When I entered the room, I told myself that I will spend less than 10 minutes, so I have to have a very valid conversation with him before I move out. I told him, sir, there are a lot of people on social media. Children are joining TikTok in Ghana. They are joining Facebook, Instagram. Even when their parents are not aware, they are joining this platform. What is the government doing, the Ghana Education Service doing, to inculcate for us to have social media as a subject, if under RME, or maybe a subject on its own, so that these children will begin to learn about social media? I asked the guy to search, or you guys can all do the exercise. Search SHS girls in Ghana. Go to images, and you notice that chunk of the images there are Ghanaian senior high school girls who are twerking, who are kissing, sex tape. You see them, right? Sex tape and all that. What can we do to educate the young ones coming? That is why we have to have generational thinkers. We have to know that in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, children are going to be on social media. So it is sad to know that in our school, in our education system, nobody is paying attention to social media. These young ones will grow up, and then, I have a 2-year-old girl, baby girl, and she can sing Mr. Drew song, Sarkodie, Stoneboy, because of the things that she sees, audiovisuals. So we need to make it a conscious effort that, Mr. President, you need to make sure that you speak to the Minister of Education so that we can have social media as a subject for our children to learn before it gets out of hand. And he said, oh, this has kept us. Oh, wow. I'll meet the education minister. We'll talk about it. Because there's a lot of projects that they want to do. And this has kept them. I'm like, God, thank you so much. Because at the end of the day, if we don't practically help solve some of these things, it is going to destroy the Ghanaian child. That is on the part of education, the GES. What about we, the media people, as bloggers? Because of the money that we want to get, because of the traffic, sensationalism is the order of the day, they don't care. Because it is not their sisters. Anytime they see content of sex tape, everybody wants to consume it. When we all see sex tape video on Twitter, the eagerness to share the sex tape is sad. Mobi sex tape MPS is here. Forward to me. Oh, Abek, send me. You want to watch or see someone's sex tape. But if I win an award or if I meet the president, then, oh, this one, it is normal. A lot of our artists are competing with the Nigerians. They are winning awards. They are breaking the barriers. Stoneboy is touring around the world, just like what the Nigerians are doing. But we will just be there and say that, oh, it is normal. If it is our own people doing it, it is normal. But the eagerness to spread the positive news, we all have to be careful. The energy that we use in sharing the negative stuff, let's use the same energy in pushing the positive stuff. Because you might think that, oh, you are just sharing it. You are just sharing it. I keep saying that if you're a blogger and you are posting something that you think that you've taken money, that is the reason why you are posting it. The next generation, your children, you might not be alive then, but your children will be on the internet and they will view some of this content and it is going to worry their mind, their mindset. The mind is very powerful. So when I wake up in the morning, one of the exercises I've started doing from last week is I've started unfollowing people who post nasty stuff, whether you are my friend, whether I have a close relationship with you. Once I notice that for a period of time, you are posting silly stuff, I unfollow you. Because the moment I come to the timeline, I open my phone first thing. I mean, you can imagine. You've woken up in the morning, you want to start your day, and you see people fighting on social media. So in my slide, I have the effect of positive content. The effect of positive content. Will consumers appreciate positive content? There are a lot of bloggers who walk up to me to say that, Kobby, are the people going to appreciate the positive content that we do? And I tell them one thing. Consistency is key. Like I mentioned from my preamble, there are a lot of people here who are watching me. Some will like Wache, some will like rice, some will like bango. There are some people that will stick with you with your positive content regardless. The reason why I've been here today is the fact that when I started from day one, I told myself I want to move to this direction. If you are waiting to read trending news on my page, you can visit other pages. But for me, I feel that there are other things that we have to discuss. Things that will awaken the mindset of the people. I start because I noticed that in our secondary schools, even in our junior high schools, they were not telling us the story of our own. We were reading about stories, histories from other countries. Meanwhile, GES were not telling us our own stories. When you go to GTV, I'm sure archives, they have a lot of documentaries about Kwame Nkrumah, but they are not showing those images. So I told myself that there are a lot of youthful people in Ghana. They've lost their culture. They've lost their history. So every Tuesday, I'm going to start History Tuesday. So I do a lot of research midnight in getting some images that when you see, you go like, wow, where did Kobby Kyei get this image from? When I post those images, you might think that I won't get the engagement. But if I tell you those history that I've been posting, the mindset and how I've shifted people regards to educating them with their history. There's a man in US. He sends me money. I won't mention the figure. Money every month. And guess what? His children are in the States, and so they've not been to Ghana before. He is looking for materials about Ghana to teach them. He is not getting it. About Kwame Nkrumah, about our history, about people, what we've done over the years. So when he saw my page, always talking about the history of Ghana, he said, gentlemen, you have no idea what you are doing in my home. I use your platform, I use your page to educate my children, 4 children. So my page literally has become like a course. So you call the children at the hall. Okay, so today Kobby posted about Kwame Nkrumah cutting sword at Temamoto Way, the year 19 something something something. And the children will go like, wow. So every time the children will hit, Daddy, has Kobby Kyei posted anything? We want to know about our history, we want to know about our roots. This is the impact I'm talking about. There are a lot of you, even here in Ghana, when I post some old histories, most people don't even know. Now, bad news spread faster and has the tendency to disrupt good behavior. For example, showing what? Seductive movies on primetime television. There are a lot of things that I want to say, but because of my research, I have to tone down. Before I leave, what I want to say is that be careful, number one, the people you follow on social media. Don't follow them because you are following them because they are celebrities. Don't follow them because you feel that they have the numbers. Oh, let me also follow them. No. Number one. Number two, be careful the content you consume because the mind is very powerful. Be a generational thinker. Look around your circle. In the next 5-10 years, where are you going to be? Don't join TikTok because people are messing up there. Everything is not just money. People have joined platform because they feel that, oh, when I join this, I'll get money. When I join, I'll get money. When we're growing up, our parents will tell us, good name is better than riches. But today's generation will tell you that, oh, you can't use your good name to go and buy wachi. I keep telling them, where good name has made me enter, somebody has money. Example, finally, before I go, a typical example. There's somebody in your community. He's very rich, but he's not respected. True or false? When he is coming, and especially when he dies, he was rich, but because of the bad behavior, it has affected his generation. When they come, so let's say, for example, Mr. Kyei, I led a very bad life. Anybody call Kyei, hey, Papa, hey, fear. But there's one person in the community who wasn't rich, but led a very good life, legacy. His children, every name that bears like Kyei, because Kyei did this in the blogging community, the Kyei, everybody's enjoying. So where your good name and your good behavior will lead you to, money will never lead you to. God bless you and polish till you shine.